What's up, everybody? My name is Tommy Griffith. I'm one of the co-founders of ClickMinded. Today, we're going to be going over how to run a competitive gap analysis fast. This is a step-by-step tutorial on how to run a competitor gap analysis in 5 minutes or less. Now, if you're like me and you've tried to do this in the past, you get bogged down in a lot of details. I find myself looking up too many competitors. I find myself focusing on minutia that doesn't really matter. I hadn't found a very good systemized way to do competitive analysis. If you're running a digital marketing agency or consultancy and you have to do this for multiple clients over multiple years, this can become extremely cumbersome. So we've come up with a way using artificial intelligence to run a competitive gap analysis very quickly, and we're going to show that to you now. So the website we'll be using today is retroaddicts.com. This is our completely made up website we use for tutorials. It is a vintage video game e-commerce website. They sell Nintendos and Super Nintendos and Sega Genesis and Game Boys. So imagine this vintage video game e-commerce website came to us. We're a digital marketing agency or consultancy, and they asked for our help. This is the site we'll be using for our demo. So to accomplish this today, we're going to be using the ClickMinded Project Agent. The ClickMinded Project Agent is essentially a centralized place where all the information about the business lives. And once it's uploaded there, we can simply talk to it like a normal chatbot and ask it to do things for us, digital marketing requests, analysis. All of the data we have about the business goes there, and then we can simply ask it questions, farm out work to it. Everything happens in one place. So first, let's set up a new project and add all the business information to it. So I'm in the back end of the ClickMinded members area now, and on the left-hand side, I'll click Create. This takes you to all of our tools in one place, and I'm going to go over to Create New Project. Now, there's two different options for you under Create New Project. There's Quick Mode and there's Manual Mode. Quick Mode allows you to enter just a URL. We'll then go and scrape that site, gather as much information as we can about it, and use that. Or I could do Manual Mode, and I'll just take a look here briefly at what that is. You can enter your domain, brand name, type of business, describe the product, key features, the pricing model, describe the target audience, multiple versions there, social proof, any testimonials or quotes that you have, and then the country and the language that you're optimizing for. But that was just an example. We're going to use Quick Mode today and take a look. So all I need to do is go to Quick Mode and type in the domain, retroaddicts.com, and I'll click Analyze Website. And there we go. That only took a couple of seconds, and all of that data is now pre-populated. So there's the domain, retroaddicts.com. Retroaddicts is the brand. The type of business, we're going to make some small changes here. This is not just an e-commerce business. It is a vintage video game e-commerce business. Authentic retro Nintendo consoles and games. Let's add a couple more. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, Sony, and N64. Quality retro console sourced nationwide, free shipping on orders, restoration, that looks good. Pricing model, most games are $50 or less, let's say. Audience information, 90s kids looking for nostalgic gaming experiences. Let's also add a couple more, maybe eBay resellers and antique collectors and vintage enthusiasts. Social proof. We could add any quotes or testimonials we have here. Best website ever from Johnny Appleseed. And country and language is US English, and we'll click Create Brand Project. All right, so that only took a couple of minutes, and now we are good to go. So all of that data is inside the ClickMinded Project Agent now. Just a couple of things before we get going. First, you can make modifications to any of the data you gave us by clicking Edit Brand Info in the top left. So you can see all of that listed out here. If you want to make any changes or something happens in the future where you need to do an update, you can go in there and make changes. We also have the ability to add your brand voice. So if there's anything in particular that you want to add, you can, Quick Mode or Manual Mode. You could give us some content samples if you'd like. If you have a couple of URLs, we'll generate a brand voice for you based on past content. Or you could do Manual Mode. You can actually tell us, hey, make it friendly and conversational, make it serious and direct. You can let us know either one of these, and we'll add all of those changes to all the recommendations we give you. Once both of those things are done, all you need to do is simply talk to the project agent. You can talk to it like a regular person. You can ask it, what can you do? Tell me about my target personas. Give me a lead magnet. Give me a blog post. Repurpose a blog post. Ton of different options for you here. All you need to do now that you've given us the data is simply talk to us. So now that we have all that data in the project agent, all we need to do is talk to the thing. And we can try something like this. Compare our features and pricing to the top 3 competitors. Highlight any gaps that we can exploit. Let's go ahead and hit enter and see what we come up with. So now the project agent has come back to us with some questions before it wants to start. Do you want me to pick the top 3 competitors for US? If you want me to pick, I suggest, suggestion. Okay to proceed with those. Do you want a quick high-level comparison or a deeper research-based audit? Reply with one choice for competitors and whether you want high-level or deep research. You pick the competitors and keep it high level for now. High level for now. And we'll see what we come back with. Okay, and the project agent came back to us. I picked the competitors and kept this high level. Quick comparison. Large catalog with recognizable brand for one of them, strong in refurbishment and repair for another, and a broad selection in another. Actionable gaps for our demo business versus them. Video restoration proof, 90s curated bundles, no damage shipping guarantee, and some persona tactics as well. Super interesting thoughts here. Now we could do something like generate 2 different sales pages based on these gaps so we can A/B test them. And we'll generate 2 different sales pages based on these competitive gaps and see what it comes up with. The project agent has come back to us with some clarifying questions. Do you want short form or long form? And then targeting, I recommend these 2 variants. A is Nostalgic Nancy and B is Reselling Ray. Let's go with short form. And I agree with your targeting. We then get a reply. I'm creating the 2 short form pages now and you'll receive them via email in 2 to 3 minutes. Now I jump into the create section and I scroll down to the sales copy generator tool and we can see the document we requested is here. It's waiting for us and it's ready to go. And so here is our page. We have the big problem, the vision of success, the contrarian angle, and the aha discovery moment. We introduce the product, social proof, features, and the conclusion, along with the target personas that it is targeting. And remember, we asked for 2 variations. So here's the other variation. We can open that up. And it's the same thing. This page is ready to go based on the competitive analysis that we did. We can split test these and see which one performs better. Now, the best way to test this is by using one of our split testing SOPs from the ClickMinded SOP library. On the left-hand side, if you click execute, you'll come over to the library. And all I need to do is come to the search bar and type in split test. We'll give it a minute to think, and then it will look for all of our SOPs related to split testing. Here's one, how to structure, run, and analyze an A/B test on your website. We'll open this up. And here we go. SOP number 60, how to structure, run, and analyze an A/B test on your website. Our SOPs always have the ability to export as PDFs, Google Docs, or .docx, along with project management integrations for Asana, Notion, ClickUp, Monday, and Trello. Every SOP starts with a goal, ideal outcome, why it's important, where it's done, when it's done, and who does it, along with any prerequisites or requirements. For this one, we're going to be using VWO, the A/B split testing tool that's free and recommended and easy to set up. And all you have to do is follow the instructions. Follow this all the way down and do your split testing. As you complete things, you can check them off and you'll see the little progress meter moving along as you go. So that's an overview of how to use the ClickMinded Project Agent to do a competitive gap analysis. And then once you do that analysis, you can turn it into blog posts, you can turn it into content, and then you can use SOPs to split test them on the spot. So that's it. That's how I run a competitive gap analysis in under 5 minutes. Now I have a challenge for you. If you haven't done a competitive gap analysis on your own business or maybe on the business of a client or a prospective client, try this right now. Go into the ClickMinded members area, create a new project, add all of the business details, and then run a competitive gap analysis using the project agent. There's links down below to do all this right now. Thanks a lot.